dear. Do be careful what you say, Matthew Lester, because we have gone live once again. So I do apologise, everybody. A little outage. We've missed 3 laps.
Yes, you have. Tony Kirkpatrick has retaken the leads, but as you can see, there are now penalties across the top 4.
Yes, indeed there are.
And Arnaud is slowly making his way back to Ben Shaw.
Out of interest, Matthew Lester, did you get who led lap 27, 28 and 29?
27 was Tony. No, Ben. 20...
Ben Shaw pits, by the way.
28, I believe, was also Ben. And then I think Tony took lead on 29.
Okay. So...
I believe.
What a great shame that was. We were having so much fun.
Missed so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ben Shaw seems to have succumbed to the fact that he's not going to win this one. Got himself a free pit stop and is just going to enjoy the 5 last laps on a new set of softs.
He's had a good go at it, hasn't he? Currently,
He has.
Fastest lap belongs to Jamie Wright at 1:15.7. I expect that to be beaten. And then, what else were we interested in? Everyone's made their stops, I'm sure they have. Penalties is what we're interested in. Johannes 6, so that puts him out of any sort of chance of winning it. Arnaud 3, which equals Tony's 3, so you are looking at not really much of a battle, sadly. It is, again, another great shame for us. Maybe we should have just ended it when the stream died and called the race at lap 26. Ben Shaw is the winner here in Mexico. I imagine somebody...
Would have been nice.
I tell you what, none of them will listen to this back, so I'll put that in the chat afterwards. I'll be like, well done, Ben Shaw. Race called on lap 26. You are the wiener.
There's not really much action. I don't think we're going to get much action for the rest of the race. I was just looking at Michael Okeke, but he's not going to give us action on the rear of Pete Knight.
Oh dear. You could have worded that maybe slightly more favourable to Michael Okeke. You're making him sound like a hunch gay man as he brakes very early to not accidentally rear end and shoot Pete into the gravel trap.
But Jamie Wright, Sullivan Lewis.
Here we go.
He's got him eyes up.
Sparks could fly, not with that camera angle. Never mind. As Okeke actually picks a little penalty up there. Sullivan lets Jamie grow.
I'm going to be honest, I just do not enjoy this track. From a driving perspective and a commentator's perspective, the moves down into turn 1 aren't exciting because they're already done before you get to the turn. It's just, it just drains the life out of you.
You know what, I've never had much success around here as a driver. I've had some enjoyable races as a commentator, definitely. Especially that time that Jamie Wright put it in the wall just there. That was hilarious. But I do have to agree with you. It's a little bit dull as a driver, certainly. So this is very much going to now be, at this point, a glory run for Tony Kirkpatrick as he comes around here on lap 33. We may as well talk about anything other than this.
We really could.
What's on your mind, Matthew Lester?
I think a month's time or so. Exciting things. Happening.
A month and a week.
Yes.
Are you coming out? You're coming out the day after me, not the day of the Villa, aren't you?
No.
As in the 29th.
The 29th.
Yeah.
That will be me.
That is for all those wondering, the Jack occasion to signify and celebrate the end of the Cup Series. Little week's trip to Portugal for these guys, or select guys. Some couldn't make it, some couldn't afford it, some weren't invited. As we have yellow flags. Go on.
Oh,
give us a safety car. It's Michael O'Keke involved, and he's not giving us a safety car. By the way,
he's pretending to be one again.
Yeah, your boyfriend Harry Collier is in the chat. He says, and I quote this: "Matt smells."
Ooh. Well, he didn't specify what smell.
No.
See, porcupine leather.
Ooh,
fragrance. Yeah,
I like that. That's cute.
I've made it up entirely, but thank you.
And what's this? I believe this is Jamie Wright's girlfriend. Some have their girlfriends over in England, then. I think what she's implying is that she is now living in the UK. I think. I could be wrong.
Oh, that explains a lot.
We will try and be careful of what we say. No, I'm joking. We're not really going to be careful.
No.
No, don't be silly.
Girlfriends.
No thanks. What's Jamie Wright thinking? He doesn't want one of them, does he? Unbelievable. Oh no, that's well gay.
Poor
anyway,
boyfriend's a big loser. Sorry, I'll stop now.
No, it's fine. Matthew Lester, I must interrupt you at this time. You know what's coming. If you're a formidable JACKOCAR fan, all the biggest fans will know. But here we are, Tony Kirkpatrick on lap 35. He rounds the final corner, and it's 1 lap to go in JACKOCAR here in Mexico. It's the first thing I've been able to raise my voice at, because nothing exciting has happened yet again as Tony powers down to turn 1. I'll reel off some stats for you, Tony, as this is your lap. This is 17 race starts now for the man from... He's from your ends, I think, sort of Surrey way, all round there. 8 poles, 4 fastest laps. It's going to stay at 4 as well. No one's beaten Ben Shaw. Yes, they are, as Yuri Hazalaga does it. 6 stage wins, 2 playoff points accrued from podium finishes. 3 times has he led the most laps when we used to count those points. 36 playoff points before coming into this race, and 176 points all time again before we get to the end of this race. But you can rest assured that'll be 196 in a few seconds' time. He's led over 100 laps in the Cup Series now. 13 top 10 finishes, 8 top 5 finishes, 2 DNFs, a best qualifying, obviously pole, a best result, obviously first, and this will be his 3rd Cup Series win. It's Tony Kirkpatrick on top in Mexico, and he's through to the round of 8. And that, Corey Dalton, is what you get for not turning up.
Yeah, Mr. Degree finishes in P2. Johannes takes P3. Ben Shaw, good result. Effort on the Joker. P4 for him. He keeps his championship hopes alive. And then we actually have quite a wait until the next finisher. It's Jaco Sullivan.
It's a long old wait. Jake, I've only just noticed this as well, running the Mexican colours, or the inverted Mexican colours. Black instead of white. But he will power to P5. And Gareth Hall a long way behind him. A valiant effort from this man. But for the what is now 6th season in a row, Gareth Hall is knocked out in Mexico City. And that is the end of his competitive Cup Series career, possibly even league racing career, who knows. He still has races left, but they will be fighting for nothing. Bazza, P7, what a result for him. Sullivan Lewis is already out. He will not get points. That's massive in the chase. Or did he cross the line? Because we had to wait so long.
The line.
I think he might be
not make the line.
Fascinating.
And J. Luke as well, after damage, lap 1, being right at the back, picks up a P8. That's a very good recovery drive.
I'm not watching Tony celebrate on the podium. That's not happening. I'm just going to get my pictures because I need to.
Tony, if you're rewatching this back, I'm watching it because I'm sharing a plane with you in about a month or so.
Speaking of Tony, he is number 1 today, numero uno, as they say around these parts. I can do the accent as well if you want. Arnaud is P2, Johannes is P3, Ben Shaw is P4, and then it's Jake. Gareth, who is out of the Cup Series playoffs. Bazza, who is very much in the chase at the minute. He is, I think, nudging Pete Knighton for P1 in that particular competition. Jamie Wright P8, as Matthew Lester said, a fantastic result for him. Sullivan Lewis, we're yet to verify, he may not be classified there in P9. Ben Harrett is 10th. Leroy with his Luxembourg flag is P11. Yori with his Dutch flag is P12. That will signify that he is eliminated with Gareth Hall from the round of 10. Florian, OKK, Pete Knighton complete the point scorers, and then the retirees Mike Kelterborn, Robin Border, Dustin Rolco, Casper Klein on his final ever JACKOCAR appearance, and Matthew Lester, who survived an entire lap of the Autodromo Carlos Rodriguez Jimenez Mexico.
Yeah, that's impressive that you remembered all of that, actually.
Thank you. I'm actually a fluent. Matthew Lester,
I'm not going to argue that.
No, thank you. I didn't expect you to. Any thoughts on that, or are you happy to just end it here?
I'd advise every single league, because JACKOCAR will not be carrying on after this season. Please don't ever race this track. And I think the rest of the grid joins me in feeling that way from the chat. So, some good results in there for a few people, but unfortunately the race lacked a bit of excitement. But it's been a pleasure to be back in the comms box for maybe the last time in JACKOCAR.
Oh, no. Anyway.
Well, we'll see.
Well, you never know. If Owen's voice fails again, you could very much be here, sat alongside me, metaphorically, because you're not actually alongside me.
I wish, with my hand on your lap.
Oh, we can continue this off stream. But to excite the viewers, the next 3 weeks is the round of 8. We have Japan, the return of Britain Short, and this, controversially, the return of Russia, which is going to be the elimination race. Of course, all the snowflakey leagues, they removed Russia from their calendars when they went to war with Ukraine, and we followed, unfortunately. It's probably the worst decision I've ever made, because despite where it's located, it doesn't take away from the fact that it's a bloody good track. So JACKOCAR is back in Sochi. Vladimir Putin in attendance. He's a JACKOCAR fan, and we can't wait to be there in 3 weeks' time. But of course, we've had Mexico. Our little Mayan friends are happy that we've been and come here for the last time. They're all waving goodbye. Adios, adios, Mr. Jacko. I can hear them. It really has been. It really has been great coming to Mexico over these last 5 years. But now it is time to say au revoir, as they do in the Yucatan region. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a joy. We'll see you next week, possibly with the annoying Northern Irishman. Goodbye.